Okay, so let's talk about Sai'vion Jones, the Denver Broncos' second third-round draft pick and a player who I find really interesting. Jones, coming out of LSU, was listed as an edge rusher, but at 6'6", 280 pounds, I think that he's going to play more interior defensive line, defensive end here in Denver as a rotational guy behind John Franklin Myers and Zach Allen. I think that this could be a sneaky good selection for the Denver Broncos here because the more and more you get into Jones's tape, the more and more stuff there is to like. So without further ado, let's just get into it and let me tell you guys why Sai'vion Jones is one of my favorite players that the Denver Broncos came away with in this draft. So we're going to start off with this play, and one thing is very apparent with Sai'vion Jones. He is a high motor, high effort player that is not going to give up on any given rep. He is going to give every single ounce of effort that he has on any single play. It's incredible to watch, honestly, but we're going to go ahead and roll this clip here. He's going to be rushing against the outside shoulder of the right tackle. You're going to see him sort of dip below the right tackle right there, and the tackle knows he's in trouble at this point. He's trying to recover, ultimately kind of ends up grabbing him at the very end of it. You can see right there, he's kind of got hold of him right there, but good job by Jones fighting through it. Some guys wouldn't fight through it once he got grabbed, but the tackle turns loose, and Jones is able to fight through for a sack. That is such a high effort play right there. Win the rep, and even when the tackle's got his hands around your shoulder right there, still get yourself free and get the sack. That is a great rep by Sai'vion Jones, winning against the tackle and not giving up on the play and getting the sack. Great stuff. So on this one here, LSU is going to be bringing a little bit of a twist up front. So this guy, this blitzing linebacker, is going to be setting the double team, and Sai'vion Jones is going to loop back around to the inside, and you're going to see he has a good rushing lane at the quarterback, but the quarterback's already winding up to throw. Jones, again, high effort play, bats it down. That is an excellent high motor play. I'll try to play it in real time here without getting a copyright claim. Great job by Jones batting that one down, and it ends up going in the air, and I think it got picked off, but a really excellent effort here by Sai'vion Jones batting this ball down. Even though the quarterback's winding up to throw, he doesn't give up, gets his hands up. That's what you're taught to do. Fantastic stuff right there from Jones. And that's the kind of stuff that you will hope will translate to the NFL level. One thing that definitely stands out when you watch Jones's tape is he is a really strong run defender. Like, he is really good against the run. And this is going to be an example of it against the quarterback run game. It's just going to be a little bit of a quarterback draw here for South Carolina. And you're going to see the quarterback hits the back foot and takes off. And Jones does a great job here. He is right here getting off of his block and making the tackle, or almost making the tackle, setting up his teammates to make the tackle. That's still a really strong effort there by Jones, being able to get off this block and blow up the play. Effort, 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 effort. That is the number one thing that stands out with Sai'vion Jones when you watch his tape. In pass rush and in run defense, this dude leaves everything that he's got out on the field. Every single game. Good stuff, man. You love to see a player with that kind of effort. So here we got a 4th down and 14, probably the last play of the half here for South Carolina, and this is going to be another good effort play here by Jones, and another good example of him attacking that outside shoulder of the tackle. That's the one move that I think is probably his best when he's rushing off of the edge. That and his bull rush. And I don't know, again, how much he's going to rush off the edge here in Denver. Maybe in certain packages. But he's going to be more of an interior defensive lineman, I feel like, here in Denver. But again, forces the quarterback to step up and still is able to fight through it there, and he helps out get the quarterback down. Seriously, bro, I see defensive linemen that once the quarterback steps up, the play's over for them. Not with Sai'vion Jones. He is looking to get the quarterback down. He is looking for the football on every single play. This dude is an absolute maniac on the field. Boom. Love that effort, dude. Love it. So on this one here, run defense, good job shedding your block. And even though he's not going to make the tackle on this play, he's the first one to disrupt the run and allows his friends to get in there. And he's still, actually, I'm sorry, he is going to get on the tackle. Again, man, this dude does not give up. Every single play, he gives everything that he has. That is so good, man. You don't see players with high motors like this very often. Every single rep. This dude doesn't get gassed. He doesn't get tired. This is something you see all the time with him. It's not just once or twice a game. It's every single play. He is fighting like a dog out there. God, I love to see this. This one here, 3rd down and 7. My dude would not be denied. Initially gets stonewalled by the tight end, but as the quarterback steps up into a very muddy, messy pocket, who is there but Sai'vion Jones to meet him and bring him down on 3rd down for a stop. You can deny him once. You're not going to deny him twice. He is going to get you down. Another really nice run defense rep here. 1st down and 15. Actually, the first play from scrimmage here. And Sai'vion Jones just refuses to give up, man, and gets off of his block and brick walls the running back here for Alabama. Good job shedding the block and making the tackle. You see this all the time with him in run defense. He is an absolute gap clogger up front. And that's something that no doubt Denver really likes about him. Hey, Bama, you want to try to run the ball on 4th down and 1? Not on Sai'vion Jones' watch. Shoots the gap. Initially kind of gets stood up there by the tackle, but fights through it. Refuses again to give up. And he is well in that tackle, and the back ends up getting stuffed short on 4th down and 1. Such a high motor and always gives 100% effort at all times. Gets stood up once, but is not going to be denied. God, I love that. So here's another one that I just absolutely love from Sai'vion Jones in run defense. He's literally going to jump from the edge over here to this inside gap, and he's going to make this play. Just jumps over his teammate because he knows that run's coming, and he makes the play right there. That's just a heads-up high IQ play. Leapfrogs his dude, and then boom, he gets in on the tackle. Such a nice, smart, high IQ football play right there from Jones. Even when you try to double team my dude on 3rd down and 8, doesn't matter. He's still going to find a way here to win the rep. Trying to double team him there initially. The guard's helping out, but the guard also has responsibility there for number 4. So it's initially a double team, and then it passes off single-handedly to the tackle, and right there, man, Jones is able to fight through it as it gets passed off. And who's the first one to meet the quarterback in the backfield but Sai'vion Jones? Jalen Milroe stood no chance at all on that one. Again, man, you can try to stop him, you can try to double team him, but he is still going to find a way to wreck shop. Such a good football player, man. So this one's going to be an example of Jones rushing from the interior, and I don't intend for all these plays to just be high effort, high motor plays, but that's pretty much just what you see in every single rep from Sai'vion Jones. And here you're going to see that initially They're going to try to run a stunt. He gets kind of lost in the trash, but as the quarterback starts to step up, Jones is going to be like, all right, I want a piece of this action, and he still finds a way to be in on the tackle. This dude loves to tackle and is always going to find a way to get in on the action, and he does right there. And that one, the quarterback kind of found Jones a little bit as well, but Jones spun around again, is not going to give up. He does not take plays off, man. Even when he gets beat at first, he's still going to find a way to make an impact on the play. Somehow, some way, and here is another perfect example. Like I mentioned earlier, one of the pass rush moves that he definitely has in his tool belt is that bull rush, and this is going to be a good example of it right here, where he's just going to attack that tackle and walk him back multiple yards. If you can develop some sort of counter off of this bull rush, be it inside or outside, that would be good. Again, I also don't know how much he's going to rush off the edge, but you can use this bull rush when you're rushing from the interior as well. And if you can develop, again, some sort of counter off of it, be it an inside counter or an outside counter, then you're going to be in really good shape, because sometimes tackles in the NFL, they'll just be prepared for the bull rush. They'll anchor themselves down and just be ready for it, and you can beat them either to the inside or outside when they're just expecting nothing but a bull rush. So that is one thing I would say is I would love to see from Jones, is develop a counter off of this bull rush, and that's something that can definitely be coached up with him. But I do like what he brings there with the bull rush, for sure. Another really nice play in run defense here from Jones, where offensively they're just trying to run some misdirection, end up giving it to the back, and Jones is not fooled whatsoever. He knows that this is coming. He doesn't buy any of this misdirection. Comes around all of the trash and is the first one to greet the running back right there. Smart football player, great instincts, great motor, and takes my guy down in the backfield right there. Such a good rep from Jones. I love this. Here we got another good example of that bull rush. Just walks the tackle back. And this time, looks like he even forced a fumble on that play. That is such a good rep. Just walk the tackle back on the bull rush. And like I said, if you can develop some sort of counter on this, then you're going to be in even better shape moving forward. But I do want to end it off with this to showcase that the bull rush isn't the only move in his tool belt here. So you're going to see he's rushing from a wide technique and uses that little cross chop swipe move right there with his hands. And that's how he wins that rep. So again, that's not the only thing that he has in his tool belt is the bull rush. He can win with his hands too. And this is a good example of it. So if the Denver Broncos can coach this guy up, and again, I don't think he's going to rush off the edge too often in Denver, maybe in certain packages, but still, if he can work on winning with his hands, that's going to really help him long term in the NFL, for sure. Alright, so after watching the tape, it's pretty easy to see why the Denver Broncos traded back into the third round to get Jones. He's a high motor, high effort player, never gives up on any single play. I think that bull rush is going to be a really good move for him in the NFL. Again, if he can develop some counters off of it, that would be really good. He can win with his hands too, just like we saw in that last rep, but a lot of stuff to like, and in the run defense, I think that Jones can be really special. So the Broncos got him in mind with the thought process that, all right, we might lose John Franklin Myers here. We might not be able to get a long-term extension done with him. Jones could be our long-term John Franklin Myers replacement, or at worst, he's just going to be a really good rotational defensive lineman for us who we can occasionally line up on the edge as well in certain situations. So I think Jones is a really good football player, and when you study the film, it's very apparent why the Denver Broncos traded up in the third round to get him. All right, Broncos country, let me know in the comment section below, how do you feel about this Sai'vion Jones draft pick after watching the film, and do you think that he's going to make an impact on this team as a rookie? Drop those comments down below, guys. I would love to hear your thoughts, as always. Be sure to leave a like on this video as well, subscribe, and ring the bell so these videos appear in your notification feed. I would really appreciate it, guys. Those are both free and easy ways to show your support, helps tell YouTube's algorithm to push us out, and it helps us get seen by more and more members of Broncos country just like you and me. And until next time, guys, I'm your host, Gage Madrid, saying peace out.